Well, as a kid, I had sheep growing up, and I showed them in 4-H. And then I'm a retired veterinarian, but I always said when I retire, I'm going to have a sheep farm. So Roger and I met, and I told him of my dream, and he got all excited. So 4 years ago, like we said, this was a cornfield, and we just found the land, got the land, put the barn up, and got the animals, got going, and then built the house, and now we've been in the house. It'll be 2 years this November that we've been in the house.
Well, previously, as we discussed, I've built a cookie cutter home, somewhat of an architectural design home, and when we met, we said we'd like to start from scratch, put everything that we wanted in the new home on a blank piece of paper, and see where it took us. And we engaged GCA, and here we are today, loving every minute of it.
They came to our home in Mequon, looked at what we had, chatted with us for about 15 or 20 minutes, and then looked at our worksheet and we gave that to them. And I think it was 2 or 3 weeks later they called us in, and they had the initial sketch and everything. And when we saw the rendering of the external part of the house, we go, "That's it." It was
like wow.
It was like wow. I said, "That's it." I mean, we didn't know what we wanted. We just kind of had this feeling or whatever. We kind of knew what we wanted, but we didn't. And we saw it, we go, "That's exactly what we were thinking." You know, it gave a physical presence to what we collectively had been thinking about. We hadn't sat down and drawn anything like that. We just met with them, and they were very good at just listening to us. And when we started the build process, that's the thing we said, that was everybody checked their ego at the door, that it was truly a collaborative effort between us and the architects and the general contractor. It was really a great team, and it worked as a team. And there were times when each component of those groups would challenge something, but everybody kept an open mind. And this is the result of that, because there were some big changes that were made, that a couple things I kind of cringed on after they did it. It's like, oh wow, that is good. So it was really good to have an open mind all the way around. Well, I'm retired, but I work at the farm every day.
Exactly.
It's not work because I love what I'm doing.
Okay.
So, and he works from home, so that's his office view right out there. But yeah, we can see the animals out here. They rotate different paddocks, so depending on where they are, we can see them. But I don't know, it's just all one piece. It's just, and it does complement it. Same thing with the landscaping. It had to complement the view, plus it had to complement the house. So everything in moderation. Nothing jumps out and grabs you. It's just like, oh, look at that, or just little discoveries as you go through the house or as you look out there. Well, I've always said since we moved down, and I told John today, the architect, we can still honestly say there was nothing we would change. And we felt that way from the day we moved in. Now, obviously we added to, we didn't change, we added to with the blinds and things, but as far as the design of the house, the functionality of the house, there's nothing we would change.
Yeah, I think the space that we created and living space, to add to Michael's point, there's nothing that we would change or that we regret or something we had forgotten. And I think that's a direct result of, once again, the collaborative effort of GCA, the builder, Element 1848, Jake, our landscape design, and our input as well. It's a beautiful environment to live in and to work in.